Wait, hold on. Let me finish.
No, let me finish.
Welcome to Let Me Finish, the weekly podcast where we discuss what the hell's going on in pop culture, current events, and everything else in between.
We are your hosts. I'm Janice.
I'm Stacy.
And I'm Jillian. Grab a glass of wine and let's get started. All right, welcome back. We're on episode 41 on Let Me Finish. I'm your host, Jillian.
I'm Janice.
And I'm Stacy.
All right, so we're diving right back in. I guess we can start with our weeks. I had a good week this week because I was off. I didn't have to go to work all week.
So jealous.
Yeah, so that was...
I was off too.
For different reasons. I told mommy, I'm like, man, I have to go back to work tomorrow. Shit, damn. But I had a great week. It was nice to be able to chill, relax. I was working on some of my little hobbies, and we went and saw
The Marvels. So good.
Which was really good. I loved it. I feel like with that Marvel movie, it was just the perfect time. It was funny. It had a lot of action in it. It was just...
I need to go and watch
It's not the best
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, it's not the best Marvel movie, but it was good.
To be honest, I feel like everything since phase 2 has been like, okay. Like, it's been good, but it's not been like the top of that level that it was.
I think because everyone was building up to Endgame. I think that's what everyone was invested in, and they had this like grand end game. Even though I feel like
even the quality, the movie quality, I feel.
No, I think they did good with the Marvels. I think Wakanda Forever, that
I don't know. Maybe it's because it's like the newness of it before, but
no, Wakanda Forever, the job they did with that, especially good, everything with Chadwick Boseman passing away. I think they did.
Which one was better, Black Panther or Wakanda Forever?
Black Panther.
Yeah, I think.
Which one was better, Captain Marvel or Miss Marvel's? Captain Marvel. Which one was better, Spider-Man, the second one, or the Far Away from Home? The last Spider-Man was entirely too long. It was entirely too long.
Yeah, that was too long. It was just sad, even though. The ending was just like, oh no.
Guardians 3 was really good. Volume 3 was really good.
Yes, very good.
But the best one to me was Volume 2.
Yeah, and then Thor, Love and Thunder, yeah, the Ragnarok was way better.
Yeah. Even the Shang-Chi.
I love Shang-Chi.
I know, it's horrible. My bad, y'all. But yes, that one and Eternals, they were good. They just weren't phase 2 and past.
Like for me, I mean, my favorite Marvel movie is Captain America and the Winter Soldier.
Phase 2. Phase
that's like my top, but then
phase 1.
And then actually. I think like I said, Wakanda Forever, that was one where I felt like after I saw it, I'm just like, man, the director did a really great job. Like I said, for everything that the cast had been through with the loss of Chadwick Boseman, it was so sudden they had to go back and rewrite the script because they had a totally different script already written and they were ready to go into production when he passed away. For them to be able to pivot and tell such a beautiful story, like I felt fully immersed in the culture and everything that they did. I think what they did in phase 1 with everything with building the world in Wakanda versus Talokan in the second movie, I think they just blended it very beautifully.
Like I haven't watched Wakanda Forever again.
I have. I just thought it was just beautiful. The soundtrack, just everything, just everything about it. Even though it does make me cry, it was just so good.
It was a good movie. It was also way long. Like it makes you want to fall asleep. I'm like, God, get to the point. Golly.
And I think that's why the Marvels, that's why we liked it, because it was straight to the point. What's going on?
2 hours. It was enough.
It was just enough. I think sometimes they do too much, but I think in the newest phase, I did love Shang-Chi. I can't wait for the second one.
Shang-Chi.
I did love Wakanda Forever, and I hope they do a third one.
Are they doing another Eternals?
I don't know.
I like that one.
And then I did like the Marvels and Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
Yeah. So. Ragnarok is the best Thor. So any other Thor I was like,
Ragnarok was phase 2. That was before Endgame.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Anything.
Oh, I did like
phase 2 and under.
And I did like Black Widow, but that should have been in phase 2.
Black Widow was.
They messed up with that.
I feel like Black Widow is probably one of the best ones they did in Phase 3.
Yeah,
because they're in Phase 4 now.
Yeah. So Wakanda Forever was the end of Phase 3, and now they're in Phase. Yeah, you're correct. They're in Phase 4. But I think the strikes, a lot of movies got pushed back. But I really do think they messed up with Black Widow because she should have been there since the beginning.
She should have had
at least 3 movies before Endgame.
She should. I mean, they set it up. Like, they kept setting it up and then not giving us the movie. So
yeah, that's where I think they definitely messed up there. But yeah, it is what it is.
Okay,
nothing you can do about it. But
that was part of my week too because I went with Jillian. So I went and saw Miss Marvel's. Other than that, normal work week, honey. Girl.
Yeah,
I gotta catch up ready for this Thanksgiving break.
I'm ready for Thanksgiving. I'm like, Cece sit at the menu. I'm like, licking my lips.
Speaking of, I saw you send out the menu, so I'm assuming I'm making my normal thing, right?
Oh, did I not put?
You didn't put people's names. I was just like,
no,
I assume
because everyone knows what they're making.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
that's what I thought.
It's only like us and like
there's not many of
Rose.
us. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like 8 and 9 of us.
maybe.
And Craig ain't cooking, so
yeah, I was just gonna tell him to bring a drink.
Yeah,
girl, bring some rolls.
Bring some rolls and some drinks.
You can be in charge of the alcohol, Craig.
That's what I was going to tell him because I don't want him cooking anything. My week, what did I do? I didn't really do much this week. I did meet you, Jill. We went and had.
Oh yes, we did.
We went and had breakfast.
Went to First
and
Lunch.
our mom's in town.
Yeah, so we went. I had breakfast with my aunt and Jill, and then we went shopping. Well, not really. Well, I guess we did.
Yeah, we did. We went to a bunch of different.
We went to a bunch of different stores. Just hung out for the day.
What'd y'all get?
I got a tree.
She got a Christmas tree, and I was just getting more decor stuff for Christmas.
And then Mom got some stuff at Sephora.
And went to Sephora. Got some stuff from Sephora. And
did they have Black Friday deals?
Not at Sephora.
I got that for a Black Friday deal.
Yeah. Okay.
So I did that. I didn't really do too much this week. Just getting my house ready for the holidays.
I know. I might when I leave here. I might go pull up my Christmas decorations and put them out. So.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm thinking about doing just that and pillows. I need to get new pillows.
But if anyone wants anything, so Hobby Lobby had 50% off. I think it's still going on now. And Michael's had some cute stuff too, and they were 40% off. So if y'all need a little Christmas stuff.
I don't even think they were finished. They were still putting stuff out.
But Hobby Lobby for sure, they have 50% off.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
You know, Jill don't like Hobby Lobby, so
no, I don't.
Jill really don't like shopping, so
no, she doesn't.
On principle.
She has her specific reasons why she hates Hobby Lobby.
Oh, okay.
So I could
some other stuff behind it. Okay, got it.
The same reason why she won't go to Papa John's.
Got it.
They're like one and the same.
Okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know that about Hobby Lobby.
Yep.
Hobby Lobby, Papa John's. Anything else?
Papa John's hate black people and Hobby Lobby hate women. So there you go.
I see you still go to Chick-fil-A. They hate gay people. What's up?
Well, if the gays still go, I'm going.
Black people still go to Papa John's, honey. Hobby Lobby, the women stay at Hobby Lobby.
They do.
Well, this woman ain't going, and I'm not gay.
Can't give up.
Are you
she
mad
can't
at
give up
Hobby?
the food.
Wait, you're mad at Hobby Lobby because they wouldn't pay for birth control? Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
A lot of companies won't. But anyways,
It's a lot, but yeah.
They're when the ACA said that you had to cover it, they went and challenged it
and they
took it to the
cover,
Supreme Court, saying that
control.
for religious reasons, that's another thing too. For religious reasons, they shouldn't be forced to cover it. So I said, "Fuck them." And
oh my God,
this getting no more of my
funny
money.
story, y'all. So we don't really talk about religion at all on the podcast because we just stay away from that and politics. But it's funny. So I'm a spiritual person, but I wouldn't say that I'm very religious. I am religious, but I'm more spiritual. So we have a neighbor that lives across from us. And then all of a sudden, I saw him put this pole in the yard, but I didn't know what the pole was. And the very next day, I saw this huge, it must be like, I don't know, 15-foot cross go up. It's like a huge cross. And then and it changes colors and it lights up.
Is it for Christmas?
Yeah, I guess so. So the way the cross is facing, it's like every time I look out my window,
you just see
see this cross. And I'm like, is this a sign?
Like, girl,
like
follow me, Stacey.
But the thing is that
you will see.
Wouldn't you put the cross out for Easter?
That's what I was confused.
Why would you put it out for Christmas?
Then I was like, why is this? But
does he have other Christmas decorations out?
You will see.
So are you sure it's not just his normal cross he likes to keep in his yard?
No, this just went up. So for Halloween, they had all the Halloween stuff out. Like they had a huge skeleton. And
I always find that funny.
They had like a huge like skeleton out there and stuff.
I find that funny.
I mean,
so when you come,
because usually when they're like super religious, they consider Halloween the devil's day, so they kind of back off on that. But they went
all out for Halloween. But then all I see so far for Christmas is this massive cross, and I'm telling you, it's huge. Like if you're in the guest bedroom, like it's lit up too. Like that's all you see.
Does she have Jesus on the cross?
No, it's just a cross.
It's just a cross. Well, as long as as long as they don't set that shit on fire, I'm good.
Listen, you guys are gonna see.
Oh gosh,
you will see. So every time I'm like, you trying to tell me something? You trying to tell me
every time you look over, you're like, ooh,
you trying to tell me something?
Jesus.
I feel you. You trying to tell me something?
I feel you hitting me, Jesus.
I'm like, hallelujah.
Yeah.
No, you guys are gonna see.
Amen.
I'm not making it up. Wait till y'all come
no,
over.
I know you're not making it up.
Oh, and by 5 o'clock, it lights up.
As soon as the sun sets, here it goes.
Interesting.
And it changes colors too.
Interesting.
I mean, it's huge.
Wow.
Huh.
And no other decoration?
No other decoration.
No nativity? Nothing.
No. I was thinking maybe he gonna have a whole night because
like something else.
Maybe later.
That would make more sense.
Maybe later, but for right now, baby, this is cross and it's facing my house.
So you're just like,
Okay.
does the lights bother you?
No, it was just odd.
You just see it and you're just like, okay.
Well, it's funny because we were at breakfast on Thursday and we're talking about
religion.
Some stuff, and as soon as I got home, I saw the cross go up, and I was just like, "Oh my god!"
And you're like, "This is a sign. Somebody talking to me."
Yeah.
Got to pick up them signs wherever they come. Honey.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that was your week. You got to see your cross.
That was her week.
That was my week.
All right, we're going to take a quick break and then we're going to come back and discuss our chokeholds. All right, y'all, we are back and we're going to go ahead and just jump right into our chokehold of the week. I think Janice and Stacey have one chokehold that they both were kind of like instantly sending text messages and Instagram messages with this story. So I'm going to let them explain it.
So basically, Stacey had sent us a clip and it was Tasha K. She was doing an interview with Will Smith's former assistant
and best friend.
Yeah. And in it said that he had allegedly caught Will Smith and having sex with Dwayne Martin,
which is
and
Campbell's.
Will Smith as the catcher.
Is it Tisha Campbell or Tisha Arnold?
It was Tisha Campbell. So Dwayne Martin was married to Tisha. Yeah.
But I've heard the rumors for years.
Rumor has been going on for years.
That Dwayne and Will are like secret lovers
and
in love and blah, blah, blah.
And honestly, I believe it.
I do. That was just, it always comes back. That specific person too. It's not even just him. It's that specific person. Dwayne Martin and Will Smith are together.
Yeah.
Or and they have been together.
Yes. And there was a lot more that came out in the interview too. Like basically it was a lot. And here's my thing. Okay. So when it comes to Hollywood and these celebrities or whatever, Will Smith was a big star like in the 90s. And in the 90s, yes, it was taboo to come out as like gay or bisexual and then still be looked upon like a big movie star.
Well, you just weren't going to have the leading man roles. Right. That's very recent. So now
it's okay and everyone's more open. And I just wish some of these people would come out now. Like at some point, don't you want to live your truth?
I mean, yes, you say like it's okay, and it is okay. Of course it's okay, but I don't see gay men in Hollywood getting the same roles as straight men. They don't. It's harder for them.
I mean, especially his career's almost over.
Like what was that guy's name that was in Suits?
The reason why is
he old now though. Come out. Just live your truth.
Yeah, you're not really acting no more.
It is what it is, but I think for the roles that typically Will goes after is that leading man. Most of them are
macho male.
Yeah, but he's had a long career. But do you want to live in your truth at some point? Like,
I think it's the same thing with like how Will and Jada haven't been together for years. It's not so much that y'all aren't together. Y'all don't have to be together, and you really don't even have to involve us. But the fact that you've been lying to us for all this time,
I guess you're right.
It's like, how do you go back and explain why, like, all the lies?
They did lie about not being together all these years. They've been separated all these years, and I'm just like,
it's like hard to come out afterwards after you've like literally doubled down on this lie for so long. I think that's a part of it, and I think on top of it, I just don't think Will wants that image out of him.
I mean, I guess it's nobody's business but their own, but it's like it's been talked about for so long.
Or he might not, Dwayne may not want that out in the public. That's their business.
True. Could be him. I mean, it could be many reasons.
There could be many reasons, and also
his ex-wife might not want it out there.
Yeah. I think they all know about it.
She knows, but does she want the world to know that her husband's been cheating with this man?
Everyone's been talking about it for decades.
But I think what it is like it's going to stay in the rumor mill because at this point, because like I said, I didn't realize when she sent that clip that was Tasha K.
Oh yeah, it was Tasha K.
Okay, so I don't trust anything that come out of her mouth.
Yeah, but it's not her mouth. It's the person.
And I'm just saying, anyone she's interviewing or anything she's claiming.
People?
But no, after everything she went through with Cardi B having to sue her ass and losing.
But here's the thing,
like Tasha K is not exactly
not a reliable
source.
No.
For any journalism, she's not a journalist in any sense of the word.
Let me jump in.
Okay.
When it comes to Tasha K, I know the whole Cardi B thing, and yes, she was sued for the $4 million, whatever. And heads up, Cardi B did drop the lawsuit. Something happened between them, and they talked, and apparently, yeah. But anyway, so yeah, she was sued for the $4 million or whatever. But ever since that happened, Tasha K has been. I'm not saying that she's non-biased. If you want to come on and say stuff, you can. But so she puts her disclaimers out there. Allegedly, she's not the one talking. This person is talking. And this dude that's talking, he was Will Smith's best friend and assistant. He was there for years. Will Smith even wrote. It's a fact. Will Smith is
no
his best friend.
What I'm asking, I understand he's a former assistant.
What do you want him to have a video, Jillian?
But here's the thing.
This point,
Will bent over taking it.
No, here's the thing. People come for Tasha K because all she's doing is giving him a platform. Tasha K is not making up these rumors. She's
what
gives
I'm
him
saying
a platform.
until Will and Dwayne come out and say, yeah, I'm gay, so what? Or there's video. It's a rumor.
I don't know. I feel like
a lot of time in Hollywood, where there's smoke, there's fire. And at the end of the day, this is rumors for years.
Yes.
So do I think that there's some truth to it? Sure.
Yes.
Do I care in any type of way? Like I wouldn't support Will or Dwayne? No. But
I mean, I don't care either.
At the end of the day, do I think that Will, when he described, do I think Will was bent over on that couch? Yeah, I do.
I believe it.
I can't see it.
And I do.
I believe it.
I mean, there's a lot of things I don't want to see it. I'm saying, what do you want a video? Because I don't want to see the video.
It's Hollywood.
I can't see it.
I mean,
to me, you said you can't.
No, I can't.
Why?
Okay, so for me, with
Have
Hollywood,
you ever seen Will Smith
there's no
in that movie
limits.
6 Degrees of Separation? Where you've ever watched that movie with Will Smith?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
To me,
that's why you can't see it.
But again, I think it's different Hollywood, when you're in the part of the black community, because we all know that Queen Latifah's been gay for years, but she never flat out said anything for years. Man, we know you're gay. We've been knowing you're gay since Set It Off.
And she also didn't hide the fact that she was either.
She didn't hide it.
She didn't come out and talk about her personal life.
She was accepting an award when she finally did acknowledge her wife and their adopted
kids. But she
kids.
never hid anything. That's my thing.
She never came and said, she
didn't pretend to be something that she wasn't either.
Mm-hmm. And I think in Hollywood,
for me, I'm okay with that.
And she's still able to get really good roles.
And I think in Hollywood, I mean, yes.
I'm sorry. I think it's easier because she's a black woman. Not saying it's
easier
not difficult
with black women to be.
But when it comes to
black
men, when they're coming out as gay, it is something that the black movie
you gotta think about it though, Jillian. Think about it. Even in somebody who's not in a celebrity status, that's why they say like black women like have the highest STD rates because a lot of black men aren't down low.
Yeah,
they will not admit it. They'll go to their deathbed. They'll go to their deathbed with that.
Yeah,
and that's cool. Like that's what I'm saying. So could I see it? Yeah. Like, do I know? For me, I think Hollywood is just like one of those no hold bars. There are no rules.
Yeah.
I think it's as black men because I'm like, can I really name a really famous black gay person that's out there, fully out there, living their truth? And I'm like,
there's that one guy, and I think he has AIDS though. He has like the makeup.
Who?
I mean RuPaul for sure.
Oh yeah, RuPaul.
He's a drag queen.
Not, I guess he's a gay man. Say gay and not feminine gay. So like they're not drag. They don't act feminine. Okay, but where they can lean into their masculinity and still be
Karamo from Real World. He's very masculine.
But everyone was like shocked. They were like,
it was
what?
very shocking. But I think that was at a time where it was taboo because he was in the Real World Boston, or I forget which Real World he was in.
I can't remember what it was.
Whatever Real World he was in, it was one of the. It was in the 90s, and when he came out on the show as a gay black man, nobody was expecting him to be gay.
I think that was
because he
Philly.
was very masculine as a man.
He wore them Timbs and everything. I think that was Philly. I think that was Real World Philly.
I think for me, it's not okay. I really don't care what a person is or what they buy. I don't care.
Right.
I think for me, like with Queen Latifah, and that's another thing. I don't expect you to come out either and be like, I am this. That's your personal. It's none of my business. That's your personal choice. Like I don't tell you what I am. I don't go around saying I'm straight. I don't do that. So I don't expect you to do that
go
either.
around and say, okay,
right.
yeah, exactly.
I don't expect that from you either. But I think for Queen Latifah, she was in her truth though. She never said she was gay, but she didn't pretend like she wasn't.
I think
either.
it's harder for black men to live in their truth. When
So
it comes
I'm like,
to that.
but don't
there's
sit up
less
here and
judgment.
just act like
Yeah,
you're
there
not
is.
something.
And I think as much as you like, we feel like now it's like being gay, like literally like is just like, oh, okay, like it's
Like,
no big
whatever.
deal.
Yeah, but I also feel like as a woman in general, whether you're black or not, or non-black, I think also even when a woman comes out as a lesbian, men still see that as a fantasy.
Well, I guess
and
you're
so
right.
are way more
'Cause they still-
accepting.
yeah.
Whereas black men, not only they get shunned by
I
other
know
men, can be like,
many-
I don't need you, being up a man. And then also women also do reject them, talking about, well, you're not really a man.
That's
Can
true.
I ask you a question?
Straight men
Can I
do
ask you a
love that
question?
shit because they always want to be like, yeah, I got her. I got her. Even Vinny from the Jersey Shore, he was like that. Yeah, I'm taking home 2 lesbians. Yeah, what's up?
Okay, question for y'all. Okay, as a woman and you're dating a guy, right? And would you date a guy that was bisexual?
Yes.
For me, no.
I would.
I
No.
think it'd be a no for me too.
It's gonna be a no for me, and that is it's just a personal preference.
For me,
I wouldn't
don't
see a
have to
problem
worry
with
about
it.
For me, it's like I already worry about other women. I don't
exactly.
want to worry about
Don't
men
add
too.
men
I
to
don't
it.
want to do
You're
that.
adding adding other people in the relationship. Like
Yes.
I said, we have to be monogamous. When you're with me, you're
I'm
only
already
with
jealous.
me.
I'm already jealous
That's me, Janine.
of women. Like even if you're monogamous with me, I'm
Yes.
already still a jealous woman.
Me
So
too.
when I see you talking to a woman
Now I
for
have to
too
worry
long,
about guys, too.
I'm gonna be like, oh my god, you talking about a girl too long. I gotta think about guys too. Every single person you
Now
talk to,
you
I'm looking and I'm
you're
jealous.
like, I'm going out with my
just a
homeboys.
jealous
I'm gonna be
person.
like, your homeboys, no. Like you go with your
right.
you go with your
Ernest can't have
homeboys.
girlfriends.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Like,
Wait.
so I think for me, it's more so that, not so much the fact that you've been with men. It's for me, I don't want the competition.
I don't want
the entire world is
I
competition
don't want
now.
Well, it
extra
has
layer.
to be that person. Like I said, anyone can be competition. And like I said,
Not if you're not attracted
if you're
to them.
bi,
Exactly.
For me,
Women are all competition.
for me, unless they're a lesbian, then they're not competition.
I'm just
Maybe
saying.
you
At the end of the day, I think I'd rather
like
be with
men and women.
No. For me, I would personally be with someone who's bi, open, and very honest about their sexuality than being with someone who's on the down low.
Well,
Well,
of
obviously,
course.
but I'm just
So
saying.
I'm just saying, if I'm gonna have preferences, would I absolutely? Because at least you're living in your truth. You know who you are,
And that's okay. You can live your truth. I just don't want to be with you.
I wouldn't want to.
That's all it is. That's all it
If
is.
I knew you were a bisexual, it would be a complete turn off, and I wouldn't even think twice about it.
It for me, it would be a little bit of a turn off.
Yeah, I wouldn't think.
Yeah.
Because then
Because
too,
now I'm thinking
also gonna
about
be thinking,
are you the catcher? Are you the batter? Like
just-
are you? I don't want to think
Just
about
ask
that.
a question.
This is a lot for me, honestly.
And I can't. Okay, so I'm
ask
gonna
the
be
question.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think it would last
I
long
guess I
term.
wouldn't.
There you go.
I
I,
wouldn't
don't
ask
think
the
it, for
question.
me it would last long term.
I don't think
would
I-
I be with the man that's been with another man? Maybe. Depends on how attracted I am to them.
I
Depends
couldn't
on
do it.
all that. It would be a
Guess I
turn
would
off
be-
though.
I would
But
be-
long term, it wouldn't work for me.
I couldn't do it. The
It
fact
wouldn't
that I
work
know
long
you've been
term.
with other men and now you're with me, I would just keep thinking about you and other men.
Yeah, and I'm like, and then there'd be other.
okay, so you don't. If you have a man who's been with other women, do you think about them with other women?
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
no.
Yes.
But what I'm saying
It
is
bothers
like,
me.
So Janice does, but you don't.
I do. I'm like, oh my god, I wonder if you did that to this girl.
I don't be thinking like that. But if I'm with the guy who tells me,
It's a
yes,
turn
I'm
off.
bisexual, I've been with other men, as a woman, I now might be thinking, oh my god, okay, like, is he thinking about other men while he's with me? Like, does he want me to be more manly? Like,
okay,
and like,
no,
it's just a lot of ideas.
When you're bi, he's into you.
I know, but I'm still thinking about him.
But I honestly think that all bisexual
he's not gonna be like.
I think all bisexual people have a preference for one sex more than the other.
I would
personally
think that. Like,
okay, but if he's showing interest in you, that means he's interested in you. So
I know,
you
but
coming in and Stacey, whether that's more feminine versus masculine, whether that's a mix of both.
She's just saying how she would feel.
It's insecurity on my part because as a woman, I know I'm a good-looking woman. I know I got it going on. So
like I can't compete with the man.
If I'm with a man, I'm not worried about who was before me because I know what he got now. But if it's a man that's been with other men, I don't even know where to begin.
Well, there you go. I get what you're saying there. So you're saying basically
your own insecurity.
My own insecurity.
There's nothing wrong with that other person. It's your own insecurity, and you're having invasive thoughts about
how you think about what I look like because I can't live up to a man. I'm not a man.
I just can't. Like, and then
and one day, are you gonna want me to throw a strap on? I'm not finna do that. I'm not gonna do that. So I'm not pegging nobody
because I find this a very interesting conversation because
that's why I asked this question.
Would you peg?
Oh my gosh!
I think I would.
Y'all, this
I would never.
Be a different topic.
Okay, so that's the thing. I never thought about it, but I listened. Shout out to this great podcast I listened to. It's called Horrible Decisions. If you ever have an opportunity to listen to this podcast, those ladies, they will open your mind.
Okay.
And I was just like, I never thought about that.
I just don't need my mind opened anymore at this point.
I don't want to think about you getting
Okay, guys. This is actually a really good
We need
topic.
to table that for the future.
Yeah.
Because I'm
not bending you over and doing nothing to you.
I didn't mean to open up these can of worms, but like,
okay.
I was just
so Will.
Yeah,
may or may not have been having sex or continue to have sex with Dwayne Martin allegedly based on what this person, third person,
right.
and for me personally, until Will is comfortable coming out himself or Dwayne or whoever he's in a relationship with, at this point we'll just put that in the rumor mill as rumors. A possibility.
Yeah.
Put it in rumor mill, but
it's been there forever.
It's a rumor. I believe Janice believes. I believe it.
Stacey believes it.
I believe it.
Okay, well I'm on the fence. Be like, could it be possible? Yes. Until there's
highly likely, yes,
highly likely. Until there's confirmation, I'm gonna err on the side of caution and just be like, "Oh, that's a rumor," and just keep it there in the rumor mill.
Okay, fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and just jump right into our main topic. So this week, kind of out of nowhere, Cassie, former girlfriend of Puff Daddy, filed a lawsuit alleging that she suffered from years of physical abuse, rape, and some other allegations such as forcing her to be on drugs, have sex with male prostitutes while he recorded, and forcing himself on her throughout their relationship. And it was like a 38-page summary that was submitted to the courts with the allegations. There was a lot of stuff that happened. So he was very controlling, abusive, mentally, emotionally, physically abusive to her. She accounted several times where he had beat her and stuff like that. And then within 24 hours.
Wait, she even had it in there too where she had briefly was with Kid Cudi and he threatened to blow his car up, and then all of a sudden Kid Cudi's car did blow up. That was all in there, which that actually did happen.
Okay.
And he co-signed that as well.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was in there too.
Okay.
In 2012.
2012. Okay. All right. And so within 24 hours of all this become public knowledge, they actually had a settlement in place. We are not 100% sure if that included a new NDA for Cassie, but probably. I think everything that she said in the original court filing, it was explosive enough. Mm-hmm. I personally think that the reason why he already knew this was coming and already had a plan in place. And also I think for him, he never wanted this case to go to discovery, which means that they would then have to submit evidence and be subpoenaed. And that's not stuff that he wants out there, everything that's submitted through the discovery phase to be made public. So he settled. I think for me personally, I think what he did was gave him a blank check and told her to write whatever number she wants on that, and she did.
Whatever it takes to shut her the hell out.
Yeah. Well, because what I read before is that she had come to him and wanted $30 million before. So I don't know. Hopefully she got more.
She definitely got more.
It never said, her suit never said how much she was suing him for, and the amount that they
I just
settled
read
for,
something. I don't know if it's an
the amount that
source.
was that they settled for was not disclosed. But after this whole thing first came out, somebody in his camp had said, "Oh, she's on a money grab. She's been trying to extort him for like $30 million," which is where the $30 million amount came from. But I don't know how much she got paid. I'm sure she got paid a lot of money, but she also now has to shut up.
Crap ton.
But not to play devil's advocate, but so for me, anytime a woman has gone through something like this or whatever, I really do. I'm not trying to victim blame or anything like this, but you come out with all this stuff, and I was just like, was it a money grab?
I mean, do you not believe it's true?
I do believe it.
So even if it's a money grab, it's a money grab, because at the end of the day, she was the victim. It happened to her. Yeah. And if whatever dollar amount it took to make her feel better or make her feel like she got some justice, it's fine with me.
So I believe everything that she said happened. I believe it. Mm-hmm. But I'm not saying she doesn't deserve the money and she shouldn't get the blank check or whatever. I think
it's a lot to go through a whole court case and relive all the things that were done to her.
You put it out there. And why not seek justice? Like,
that is justice for her.
So, but what about for her? Which somebody did pose that question. A lot of which he's alleging, based on the timeline. Be mad.
Don't jump on me. I'm just asking a question.
Based on that timeline, her opportunity to file a criminal case on her, the statute of limitation already passed. So civil was her only avenue to get justice.
Right.
And it was based off a new law that was passed in New York that even allowed her to be able to do this, and she had a finite amount of time for her to be able to do this. So I heard about that. She had the opportunity based on this new law to even file this lawsuit.
Yes.
And for me personally, she says like, hey, I may not be able to put him in jail, but I'll get some kind of compensation. I'm able to hurt his pockets. Okay. I may not be able to take his freedom, but I'll be able to hurt his pockets.
I think I'm just ready to take him down. And now I feel like,
I think because a lot of the women in the R. Kelly case, like some of the women in the beginning, like that was their only avenue was civil lawsuits. Like they couldn't go criminal. So maybe that's why Well,
even if she went civil and didn't take the payout already and went into the discovery phase, then we would have discovered more stuff and other victims, other crimes, and then we would have a criminal case. Her case would still be civil, but if she took it to trial, then the discovery phase would happen and all the information would come out, and then we can get him on criminal charges.
Maybe it was because she went through it for over 10 years. I'm
not saying she shouldn't.
So I'm like, at her, maybe she's lived it for so long, and she does have young daughters. Maybe she doesn't want to have to go and testify and say every little nasty thing that happened to her and relive it and rehash it, especially if the justice that she was seeking, which if it's a money grab, it's a money grab, but I mean, you deserve it.
Yeah, I'm not saying she doesn't deserve it, but I'm just like, dang, I feel like a little bit of money grab here. I wish it would have
been interesting to hear more about what he actually did.
Maybe then we would have some criminal charges.
And I bet you anything, now that this has come out with her, other people will start coming forward, just like this has been over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But I also think she was smart in doing this, in being able, because at the end of the day, like I said, the only thing she would have been able to is force him to write a check. She's able to do that without going through the emotional toll, because I think she probably saw what happened with Meg Thee Stallion when going through her criminal case. She might not be like, hey, I'm not mentally there to be able to go through that.
I mean, what if he had called her bluff and didn't pay her? I mean, then
she would have to figure something out. But if she's like, if I can avoid that situation and still get the same end result,
I mean, he paid her quickly
because it would have been an end result. So, do you think she would have gotten more now or later? But
she cut out
it was enough for her to go ahead and just stop.
I think she got more now, and she ain't got to worry about no lawyer fees.
When she filed the initial suit, she got her side of the story out.
Yes, and we still know what happened to her, because that will never go away.
Never go away.
Yeah, that's out there.
That's out there now.
You said it was 38 pages. 38 pages of what he did to her.
And people stood up for her and was like, yeah, I witnessed this abuse.
Question. Since if somebody did take that to criminal case, could her testimony be used, as far as that 38 pages, could that be used in the criminal case?
Well, that technically wasn't even proven to be true, though. It's just,
it depends on
what if they had the similar allegations and they...
Yeah, but that's just her saying that was never proven to be true or anything. Never went to trial. I don't even know if that's just what she said. That's just...
Yes. The only thing is that if it's a current criminal case, sometimes prior bad acts cannot be entered into evidence if it's not something that happened directly to the specific victim.
Those said acts were not even proven because they never went to trial.
And would she be? I mean, and then that's what we were talking about earlier, like based off of maybe
even
what
if
her
you're
NDA
convicted,
said, because she'd still be able to testify if it went to criminal trial.
That's the only thing. Even if you're convicted of the same prior crime, just so that the jury is not tainted by those prior crimes, you can't use those. They can't use those prior crimes. And I always tell people, I was just telling my family that, hey, a lot of the stuff you see on TV, because I've actually served on a jury twice. The judge pretty much told me and the rest of the jury is like, hey, all that stuff you see on Law and Order and CSI and all that stuff, that's not real. That's not what happens in court. They mess it up so much for dramatic reasons. They want the show to be good. He goes, something as simple as he taught us that we're not allowed to take notes as a jury. I go, what do you mean? I see them all the time taking notes on their little pad. You're not allowed. You're not allowed a pen or a paper when you're in the jury box.
I was going to also say, by the way, this is all alleged because his team did put out another statement saying him settling the lawsuit was not an admission of guilt.
Of course they're going to say that, so but to me it is.
I'm just saying. So
to me, and what do you think? Because I think to me, 24 hours?
No.
Not even? And you already settled? You guilty.
Me, personally, when I think...
No, he's already lost in the court of public opinion, which could change, because that does change from time to time.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where he got his conviction.
I think he did everything and more, but... It didn't go to trial, so we can't say that he did it. So
he's not guilty of it, so it's not like an official thing that's going to be against him. But to me, you did it.
And like he said, she's just after money, and that's all it takes to shut her up. But I believe. And
we've been hearing about P. Diddy parties for years. So
I definitely
and all the things that he's very controlling. He's very egocentric and ego driven. And what he says goes.
He's a billionaire. Also, he is a billionaire.
But I mean, Jillian, like we said, like even if you go back and watch the Making the Band episodes with both Danity Kane, the band, and Day 26, the way he treated them and would speak to them was crazy. And Aubrey O'Day has been coming out for years against that guy.
Aubrey is my girl.
They did this to me, and they did it to me because I did not play the game. Nothing to do with the music, but because I would not do the things he wanted me to do.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say, I think there's something else going on with Diddy right now that we are not aware of, which is why he paid so quick. Because recently he went back to all his artists and
that's what Aubrey said.
But she said that it was barely any money and they all had to sign new NDAs. And I'm thinking he's doing that because he knows something is coming and he's trying to get
ahead of it.
These NDAs in place.
It was the publishing rights. He was trying to give all these artists their publishing rights back.
But they have to sign these NDAs.
But I'm like, if I'm getting my publishing, why do I need to sign an NDA for my publishing rights, which is mine to begin with?
And the money that they were going to actually get from them. She said she actually
a couple $100
to her interview. And she said she actually
$200
because she said she actually called them and she was like, hey, I will give you she called the other members of Danity Kane, right?
Other artists, not just Danity Kane.
She was saying, I will give you the couple $100, whatever it is. It's not much. I'll give it to you if you just don't do it. But they went ahead and she did not sign. She was like, no, screw that.
Yeah.
I think because I feel like Aubrey is going to be the one that would win the ring. She'll ring that along as much wherever and whenever she can when it comes to that stuff.
Now, I think that's the initial cash offering for the publishing rights, because once you have publishing, that means that anytime your songs are played or streamed, which you're not getting that much.
No one's playing their song or streaming their song because all his artists are like has-beens.
Excuse me, Damage is still a good song.
I still love that song.
Still listen to it.
Majority of his artists,
My heart is damaged.
Okay.
No, what's the other one? What's the other one with Jeezy? What was when they're in the car driving? I'm in the club.
We're riding slow. We're doing things that the big boys do. Yeah.
Okay. Think about all his artists, right? That are
Danity Kane is probably to me the most successful.
I mean, he had quite a few other artists.
Mace, and he's still making money off of Biggie.
You pushed Mace to Jesus.
Sure did.
Mace said, "I can't do this.
Sure did.
I got to go find Jesus."
Yes.
Facts. He did come back for like a split second.
Yeah,
and then
he said, he became a preacher. Yeah. I mean,
he said, I need to pray and repent.
I feel like some stuff is going on behind the scenes, and he was trying to get his little ducks in a row. That's why he offered them because he thinks that they're just so dumb.
You know who I really want to hear from? Little Kim.
Oh yeah, she never says much. Huh?
She's never said anything really.
But
I really
I
want
feel
to hear.
like Little Kim was the type of that's a ride or die right there.
She won't snitch.
She will help you bury the bodies and be like, you know that SZA song.
She did go to jail.
I had that vibe for you. I do it 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
I testify for you. That's Lil Kim.
So this makes me think about Carisha or Young Miami, whatever you want to call her, that he's with now. You know, the one he be peeing on all the time. And I'm
Allegedly.
well, she says she likes to be peed on, so I'm assuming that he's the one peeing on her. That's her man, right? But so I'm thinking to myself, like now that I know the abuse and stuff that Cassie went through because she said it, whether it's allegedly, right? I'm thinking, is this happening to her too? Because I know with these young girls. And
I mean, I'm sure he doesn't just change his whole thing that turns him on.
People did say that maybe that was a PR relationship, not necessarily they're in a full-on relationship.
But they're in a relationship.
Because remember, they were at the BET Awards, and he got an award. And when he was up there thinking, she was there in the audience, my man.
She had a sign.
And Diddy thanked Cassie, who been long married, 2 kids, not thinking about him.
He thanked Cassie.
So...
for holding, he said she specifically thanked her for holding her down
in his darkest times or whatever he said. But she was there with the sign, and people were calling her stupid. But and then she said, and then he had a baby on. Just last year, he had a baby, and they were supposed to be together, him and Carisha. But he had a baby with some, I think she's Asian or something. He had a new baby, and then people were making fun of her. And then apparently she left him briefly, but then she went right back. I don't think it's a PR relationship. I think she's caught up with the money.
She's probably caught up in the same stuff Cassie was caught up in. And like Cassie stayed with him for years because of probably the mental and emotional abuse that he was probably also doing.
Other girl came out and said that I know you don't like Tasha K. Tasha K interviewed her. She's like a little Asian girl, and she said that she was messing with this came out way before Cassie came out recently. This was like last year I watched this interview, and she said that she was with Diddy for a while, and she said that when she was with Diddy, he was still with Cassie, and she said Cassie actually called her. She said Cassie was never mean to her or anything, but Cassie did tell her, hey, you need to
back off.
That's my man.
That. I don't think it was in that sense. I think she was trying to forewarn her. She said Diddy beat her. She said when he would punch her, he would punch her in the side of the head, like, but not in her face, but in the side of her head, and he like stomped her in the stomach, and she took quite a bit of abuse from him.
Oh, and I saw this little clip about when I guess it was Young Jock when they talking about shaving her side of her head. He's like, tomorrow, and she's like, well, whatever Sean want me to do, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I'm like, that's how you know it's like the mental abuse.
I remember that was like a while ago.
Like it don't matter what you say, I'm gonna do it. Whatever you want, I'll do it.
Yeah,
that's some brainwash.
Cassie's not the first person that came out and said that he was abusive to them. I mean, I'm sure there'll be more. And I heard, out.
Kim Porter. You know, look how he did her.
He did her dirty.
He did her way dirty.
Allegedly, people were saying he had something to do with her death because she was writing a book.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was. I remember they were at a radio station, I think, and at that time, like Kim was like full on pregnant with the twins, only to find out he had somebody pregnant at the same time.
Yeah.
So he has like ghetto triplets.
He has ghetto triplets. Yeah.
Ghetto triplets.
Yeah.
And Kim accepted all those kids because she would always have all the kids.
But then, he did adopt her
kids.
child with Albie Shore.
I don't even know if it was a full-on legal adoption. I'm hearing different.
Yeah.
Since I've heard a little bit different that it wasn't.
He accepted him.
He just accepted him, but
he accepted him, and he calls him his dad.
He calls him his dad, but I heard it wasn't like a legal adoption. But he does have a relationship.
That's the thing is that I'm like, you have all these kids, and you had never been married.
Needless to say, I feel like Hollywood's a scary place.
Hollywood's scary. It's scary. It's Hollyweird.
Like, and I think that people go to Hollywood expecting their dreams to come true, and they get turned out, honey.
Yes,
spit up, chewed up,
it's
spit
funny.
back out.
It's
and when
very
they talk
predatory.
out about it, people say that they're crazy because I was watching something the other day.
I believe it.
And there was someone that used to be on Orange Is the New Black, I think, and they were interviewing her, and she was saying how they want you to like. She was basically saying like Illuminati is real, and in Hollywood they try to make you do certain things or whatever. And then people were like, "Oh, she crazy. I'm thinking,
bro, I don't know. Okay, so Doja Cat, I heard that she's been recently inducted to the Illuminati, and that's how she's become so successful such a short time. And if you listen to her video for that one song, her most popular song, I forget which one it is, but it's like very demonic.
Oh,
very demonic.
I still love her anyways.
I'm just telling you, watch that video. It's very demonic.
Yeah,
and it seems very cultish.
So if you ever listen to, you
don't believe in the Illuminati, or people?
No, I don't believe in the Illuminati. I don't
know if it's called the Illuminati, but I
you don't believe that she's in it.
I don't believe in it all.
Period.
Oh, you don't think that they have some stuff like that?
I do think they have some kind of secret society. I definitely
have secret societies. What's wrong with you?
If it was a secret society,
Scientology is not real. I don't believe in it. I don't think it's true.
I don't. If it was a secret society, it would be a secret. We wouldn't know about it.
But
I barely knew.
I do believe there's some truth to what they be saying.
I think maybe it's Hollywood not called the Illuminati.
Right. I do believe
definitely
there's something Hollywood elite or something.
Some kind of thing where you cross over and you have to like give up a part of yourself.
I've heard certain things and I'm like,
girl,
this is crazy.
Girl. Yeah. And she shaved it, and I had heard that's why she had to shave her head.
But yeah, this topic is actually open and shut because hey, the rumors came out and then it was settled and done and over with. So
settled, and they're talking about no admission of guilt
within 24 hours.
Guilty.
So yeah,
you guilty. He's guilty, but whatever.
That was like the quickest topic ever. Open and shut.
Yeah. I know. That's what I'm saying. You barely even let.
Yeah.
Which means you were scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, when we decided, I don't even think they had settled when we decided we got to talk about this. And we're like, damn.
I was like, what the same night I sent you the.
I'm like, damn,
it's already settled. I'm like, do we still talk about it? I guess we do.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, go ahead and get your money, girl. This will set her up for life. And I mean, for something she went
pay
through
for some of her suffering.
She went through this for 10 years. So I'm glad she got her money. So we're gonna go ahead and head out. We're gonna enjoy the rest of our Sunday. We'll talk to you. I think next week is going to be our last week before the holiday break.
Oh, nice.
I think we'll just maybe do a Thanksgiving episode for y'all or something.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening today. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the platform you're listening on and leave us a review.
We want to support local businesses, so if you'd like us to shout out your business, or if you have a topic suggestion, or even questions for our QA section, we want to hear from you. So reach out to us at letmefinish@gmail.com.
You can find us on TikTok and Instagram at Let Me Finish. Don't forget that the E in me is the number 3. You can find me at New Jillian Who Dis on Instagram. Stacy, where can we find you?
You can find me on Instagram, Mrs. Cams01. I'm also on TikTok, Mrs. Cams01, MRSKAMS01.
And Janice, where can we find you?
You guys can find me on Instagram at Uniquely Janice, and Facebook and TikTok, I'm just Janice Housen.
Okay. See you next week.
See you next week.
See you guys then.